live stream, just so you know. Whoa.
One hour later.
That's diamond sword for you.
20 minutes later.
20 minutes later. The Avengers music. You can still go on.
Can you explain to me why when I throw this netherite sword into this fire, how does it not burn? I mean, I can literally throw this netherite sword directly into lava and yet somehow it still doesn't burn. Okay, well then what about this? When I throw this piece of cactus into the lava, however, it will actually burn. That makes sense, right? So by that logic, if the netherite sword can survive the lava, then it should be able to survive the cactus, right? No, because somehow this netherite sword gets destroyed by the cactus. Okay, well then what about this?
Yeah.
When I stand directly underneath this anvil and then break the piece of glass above it, I take 4 hearts of damage. But then when I come down here and break this other piece of glass, I take twice as much damage as I did with the anvil. Like, bro, you're telling me this tiny little rock did more damage than this gigantic anvil? Okay, well then what about this? A wooden pickaxe can break a wooden block. A stone pickaxe can break a stone block. An iron pickaxe can break an iron block. A diamond pickaxe can break diamond blocks. A netherite pickaxe can break a netherite block. But for some reason, a golden pickaxe cannot mine gold? If you think Mojang logic is stupid, like the video. But if you think that I'm just stupid, subscribe. Alright, Mojang, can you explain to me why when I...
The spear can deal an infinite amount of damage, right?
Wrong! Actually, the spear can do an infinite amount of damage, you stupid loser!
A netherite spear does 1.2 damage for every block per second the player is moving. And by stacking infinite boats in the exact same position, we've created a mega player launcher that launches the player faster with each additional boat, allowing the player to get infinite speed and do infinite damage.
Thing.
Wrong! You ugly oaf! While the player can move infinitely fast, there is still a limit to the spear's damage. You see, Minecraft only checks if the spear is dealing damage 20 times per second. So if the player passes through the victim in between one of those ticks, then the spear would deal 0 damage.
Wrong! Even if the player was moving 67 million blocks per second,
It wouldn't matter because the spear will always deal damage if the victim is in the perfect position. Wrong! Yes, the player can always be in the perfect position unless the player gets a NASA supercomputer to enter 7 billion boats at the exact same time, which launches the player at a speed of 1.69 billion blocks per second, skipping over the entire 60 million block Minecraft world in one single tick, allowing for a maximum of 2,036,467,532
He just disappeared.
Not infinite. The spear can deal an infinite amount.
Wait, is this Minecraft? No, Minecraft.
What?
He's just still floating there?
Okay.
This is Pocket Edition.
What?
What is he doing? No, not, oh wait, he was just trapping the dog. He was protecting the dog from TNT. This dead floating where it's funny.
Can you escape a 2x2x2 bedrock block with only one stack of blocks? It can be any block you want, but it has to be a solid block, which means ender pearls, lava buckets, hoverfish are not allowed. On the surface, this escape room may seem like an easy task, but it's really not. You might be tempted to bring sand with you, trying to suffocate yourself, but because the roof is only 2 blocks tall, there's no way to actually place sand You also may be tempted to bring a boat. I mean, boats can phase through walls, no? Well, sure, but again, it's the same problem. You're stuck in a 2x2x2 area, which is not enough space to place the boat down. What about magma blocks? As we know, magma blocks can damage you. But again, there's no space and you can't crouch, so that doesn't work either. Now, we're stuck. The solution is actually quite elegant, but before I reveal it to you, I want you to think about it for a second. Alright, so the block you're gonna take is actually just oak logs. That's all you need. What you're gonna do is make some oak planks, make a crafting table, and then craft a boat. I lied, sort of. The solution is to use the boat, but the method we use to actually place this boat down in this very confined space is quite elegant. We know that you can't place a boat in a 2x2 space when you're standing in it, so we have to somehow create more space. What you're first gonna do is use the wood to craft some trapdoors. Place the trapdoors on the wall, and put yourself into crouching position. But now you still have nowhere to place your boats. What we need to do now is somehow get to the top of the crafting table. So what you're gonna do is craft 2 oak slabs, place 1 slab on the floor and 1 slab on the roof like this, and shimmy your way using the trapdoor into the slab space. But now, how do we climb up to the second block? I mean, you can't break the slab on the roof, as that will cancel out your lying position and put you into sneaking position. The solution is to craft a chest. Since the chest block is slightly shorter than the regular block, we can climb onto it, and then you can get onto the crafting table.
Interesting.
Now that you're on the crafting table, you still don't have enough space to place the boat. What you have to do now is perform a near frame perfect placement of the boat the instant you break the crafting table. If you mess up this timing, you have to restart that whole process all over again. It happened to me like 10 times recording this video. Anyways, break the crafting table, place a boat, and hop into it. Contrary to popular belief, in a condition like this, we actually can't phase through the bedrock walls because the corners are filled. But what you can do is suffocate every time you exit the boat. So now just spam click the boat, suffocate until you die, and you've now escaped. I spent like 2 hours
But what if your
puzzle, so if you
spawn
know,
point?
please subscribe.
But
I'm
what if
trying to
your
hit
spawn
100,000
point?
subscribers. Can you escape a 2x2x2 bedrock?
But what if the spawn point is set in the box? I mean, literally.
Wait a second, this looks familiar. This looks like netherrack, so it has something to do with the nether. Obviously. And this. Soul sand. What about this? It kinda looks like a wither skeleton.
5 hours later.
Finally, the last skull.
You met with
What's the
doom.
worst that can happen?
Doom. You met your doom. What can this sand spawn like that?
The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 72 hours. Door 1, the promised future. You wake up in a bright bedroom, filled with natural sunlight. Out of the window, you see a pleasant futuristic view, mixed with the beauty of nature. It feels cold at first, but as you walk through your apartment, you start to feel warm and
I feel like the other door
Your
might be
fridge is
better
filled with
apparently.
healthy and appetizing
Like
food.
some
It can
secret,
last you weeks. If you feel bored, you can fire
thing.
up your computer and play any game you can think of. It has them all already pre-installed. Before we continue, comment switch to change doors or just like to lock your answer in. Door 2, the Field of Dreams. You step onto a field of beautiful glowing blue flowers and dark trees. The sky is dark and the only thing lighting up your way are the flowers. The trees have blue fruit, which is very
this isn't
nutritious. However, it
Minecraft.
doesn't taste
but
very good.
I want to
Being
see
here
this.
doesn't seem that bad, but be careful where you step. At times, hidden below the flowers are puddles of black goo that grips onto you and doesn't let go. If you are caught, stay calm and pray. Whatever is inside might lose interest. Pick a door.
Nah, that's Roblox. I hate Roblox. Roblox sucks. I feel like I've seen this one before, but I'm not sure if I have or not. It looks familiar. I don't know. Must take a long time to build that. Interesting. well, I think that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and